Hello. Just gonna wait for a few people to pop on to start talking. How's everybody doing today? Okay. As people are popping on, I honestly really like this lighting. I think it was at the beginning of this week, my tripod broke. I was literally clipping my phone where it holds the phone on the tripod, and it just snapped. Mind you, I've had this tripod for like 3 years. So I'm like, okay, great, time to order a new one. I didn't realize within that time of it breaking and getting a new one, I didn't realize how hard it is to record, film, create content when you do not have a tripod. It was very difficult. I don't really have anything to like set things on, but it's hard to like see the quality of it. So anyways, I recently got one from Amazon in the mail. It just came last night, so I set it up. And I got the one with different colors. So I like this one a lot. There's multiple different colors. There's red, there's green, there's pink, there's purple. And hello, welcome. How are you doing today? I'm literally just chatting about how I finally got my new tripod in the mail. And I'm really digging this blue color. I'm always so used to using these bright colors, and like the brightest light, I think it's the white, and by the end I'm like blind. But anyways, today, the last few days have been an absolute disaster around here. My son got sick, so he got sent home from daycare, and I guess there's like a stomach bug going around right now, and he had to be home. Took him to the doctors. I never take my kids to the doctors because I feel like it's such a waste of time, unless they're like super bad. But like if their symptoms are manageable, like even myself, like I never go to the doctors. um I just deal with my issues at home. But this time, because I'm like, no, my son's in daycare now, like let me be a little bit more like mindful and considerate. So I took him, and I'm like, great, this is a waste of time. And I think I need to get a new doctor because she just completely like rushed me and dismissed me. And I didn't really like that because it's like, what if I had more questions? She's just like, all right, okay, bye. And she like runs out of the room. And I'm like, okay, like you're getting paid for this time that I'm, with you. Like, I don't understand why you're rushing, because regardless of the fact, like you're still getting paid for it. So that was really annoying. But I've been home for the last few days with my son, And he's a hyper boy. So, I mean, like, when you have a week full of things that you need to do and, stuff that you need to accomplish, and then they get sick, it like throws you off with like the things that you need to get done. So he completely like derailed me because that boy does not let me get anything done. So it's been super hectic. Went to bed super early last night. I think I was in bed and asleep by 8:30, and it's normally not me. But I have been getting up early at 5 a.m. Let me know if any of you guys wake up at 5 a.m. Like, that is such a struggle. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of like the 5 a.m. club. I honestly like thrive better on a morning routine. Like, I cannot rush in the morning because I have two kids. If I'm waking up at the same time with them, I feel like I'm miserable. If they wake me up, I need to be up. I need to, at least brush my teeth, wash my face, like actually wake up, have a coffee. I personally like to start my mornings with prayer. Sometimes with like devotional and reading if I have the time, but at least to get like a prayer in. And like I have quick devotionals, so I do that in the morning. Sometimes too, if I don't make it, then I do it in the evening. But I like to have a calm morning before I get going. But 5 a.m. is so hard. That 5 a.m. club when I used to do when I was involved in like network marketing, they had a lot of groups and like encouragement to like push people to like get up early, to be, you know, more motivated. But it's tough because I'm like, I feel like 24 hours in a day is not enough time to get things done, especially like being a single mom with kids. It's like there's so much stuff that you want to do and you feel like there's not enough time to accomplish it. So I'm trying to be up at 5 a.m., get some stuff done in the morning, get my kids to school, to daycare, do what I do in the day, and then spend my time with my kids once picking them up. And then in the evening, I have my YouTube channel, I have my videos, I have my, creating my investing videos and, you know, knowledge that I want to put out there. But if I'm waking up at 5, doing all that in the day, and then I have to come back and like create scripts, practice my scripts, and, come on and create and then edit, it's just so time consuming. So I honestly feel like 24 hours in a day is not enough. But if you don't wake up at 5, like, when are you fitting this in? So I honestly feel like I'm a machine right now, and I'm so exhausted. That's why I was in bed by 8:30 last night. I just could not do it. Like, I wanted to come on live last night. I wanted, to create a video last night, and as soon as I put my son to bed, I was like, nope. I need my sleep. I need my rest. It's more than like my eyes were burning, but my body is just so exhausted. So, and it was hard. I did not wake up at 5 o'clock. I did not. This morning, I think I was up by like out of bed maybe by like 6:30. I could not. And that's the thing, and I went to bed early and I still could not wake up. So, but I feel like today was, an easier day. I did have my son. He's napping right now, thankfully. Um, but we did have an easier day today. I went for a walk. That was another thing that I'm like, I need to get on top of, is like my health and my fitness. I used to go to the gym 5 times a week. And right now I feel like I can't even fit it in, but it's like, for me, going to the gym is a necessity. Like, I need to do it for like my mental health, my well-being, and I don't feel good when I fall off of the gym. I've also been gaining weight. Um you know, after having a kid and when you're breastfeeding, you actually burn a lot of calories. So like for a year and a half, I would say, or just under a year and a half, I'm like burning all these extra calories. So I'm used to eating and burning it off, even whether I'm going to the gym or not. But now that I'm not producing anymore, I've noticed I'm like great. Like it's like gaining weight is a lot easier now. So I'm like I got to be more mindful, which okay, I feel like when you're at home a lot, it's hard. It's hard to indulge because the kitchen's right there. Your snacks are right there. I'm usually the type of person out of sight, out of mind. If I'm not buying it, if it's not in the pantry, I'm good. But with my kids and they have these snacks, I'm like, great. And I'm like, I tried to cut out like snacks and, you know, do more fruits and more healthy things. No, it's tough because my kids are picky and sometimes you want them to at least eat versus not eating at all. And it's not to say like I give my kids a bunch of junk food either, but it's still snacks. So I'm working and trying to find this like balance of trying to fit everything in. But I'm like if I can't go to the gym every single day, at least 2 3 times a week, at least I want to try. I don't know. Any of you guys have a routine? Do you stick to it? Do you struggle with your routine? Do you have any tips? Let me know. Because I'm finding it hard to balance it all right now. And another thing, like when you have all like these goals and things that you want to do aside from like your 9 to 5, I feel like you know, it's hard to get it in, but it needs to get done. Where's everybody from? Any Canadians? Americans? Oh my gosh, you know what I've been seeing trending right now and what everyone's talking about? Um, is that chase glitch. Have you guys heard of it? I think it's the most stupidest thing calling it a glitch. Like, and then everyone's talking about it, saying, like, oh, this is fraud. Like, why do you even have to explain that something like this is fraud? I don't know who was the person messed up in their head that started this and realized, like, hey, you can write a fake check and you can put it under your name for $30,000, $50,000, and there's a period where the bank doesn't catch it. If you withdraw the money right away after depositing it, you get the money right away. And people are actually in their minds thinking that they just got free money and not realizing that they did fraud. Like, how do you think that, first of all, it's a fake check, so that alone. Why are you putting a fake check? And two, thinking that the bank is not going to one day eventually catch it and that you're not going to get in trouble for it. Like, that is not your money. That's obviously a fake check. So what makes you think that you can take that money and that you can keep it? And then people are supposedly hiring lawyers, and because supposedly when the bank actually catches that they committed fraud and this check is actually not real, then they're not only removing that money that they took, they're also hey Francisco, they're also taking the money from their bank. And I think that's really good that they're actually taking their money, because I feel like there needs to be a consequence for your actions, because what makes you think that you can go to a bank and take money that's not yours and then you go and hire a lawyer thinking that they're going to back you up? Like, I don't understand. So I find it kind of annoying to see this like filtering throughout my whole feed, and people, explaining that this is fraud. Like, why does this even need to be explained? Like, I don't know. I feel like people, they, I don't know, they don't have a brain. Like, it's crazy. How are you, Francisco? What are you doing? What's up? You missed my whole story on my life. You have any tips for work-life balance? Nobody wants to give me any tips and what they do. If they have a morning routine, if they go to the gym. Yes, I was talking briefly about the chase glitch. The glitch. I hate that. Why are they calling it a glitch? There's no glitch. It's a freaking bank. Okay, first of all. Deposit only what is real and what is yours and what is rightfully yours and what will belong to you. Who created this? Like, and who's gonna follow someone that says that? Like, are you gonna follow someone that says like they're gonna commit suicide and jump off a bridge? Are you gonna follow that? These people really mess up themselves, and I'm actually glad that, there's consequences for idiot people and their actions. Hey, X, how's it going? I'm good, thank you. How are you? How was your day? This is my new lighting. I really like the blue. Me, I'm from Canada. I'm from Ontario. Where are you from? From Cali. Never been. Love to go. I need to make it out there one day. Have you ever been to Canada before? There's nothing great here. There's nothing great here. Everybody thinks so highly of Canada when I talk to them. They're like, Canada this, Canada that. Then when I start talking about the economy and everything that's going on here and with our prime minister, and it's a disaster. If you guys could live in one place, where would it be? I feel like I don't even know where I would love to live. I mean, I think I have like multiple different places. The thing with free healthcare though, it's not entirely free, but yes, to an extent we do have free healthcare. However, when things are free, they're trash. Okay? I feel like if you pay into something, you're going to be treated better. So because our healthcare is free, they don't take care of you properly, right? Our staff is overworked. They are underpaid, so they're very stressed. So like when they need to take care of you, like if you need to go to emergency or if you need something, they're very dismissive and they don't really take care of you. I know in instances where you're paying for your health care, money speaks, right? So you're just treated a lot better. Healthcare is expensive here and it is trash too. Yeah, I've heard that. I feel like it just depends where, like, you hear different experiences. Like one of my best friends, like he got diagnosed with cancer here, and they didn't do nothing for him. Like his experience was trash, and then his family's from the States, from Kentucky, So when he moved there, he was paying into the healthcare there, and they caught everything. You know, they ran so many tests on him. They took very good care of him. And like the questions that he's had for so many years that weren't getting answered here in Canada, they were able to provide that for him over there. So like I've heard different, you know, stories. Like X, you're saying like it's trash there too. I've heard so many people say that over there as well. But then I've had people say like, oh, because I am paying into it, I've had a better experience here. Like everyone's experience is going to be different, but I would not say that the healthcare is good here just because we have it quote unquote free. Um, they don't take care of the health system here, and they're not putting enough resources and money into it. So it sucks. And the wait times are bad. Like I was in the hospital maybe like a month ago. I went in an ambulance maybe at like midnight, and I wasn't seen until 8:30 in the morning. Okay, so from getting there from almost 1 a.m., I was there 8 hours in the waiting room until I got seen. Like it was crazy. And they don't you can be in excruciating pain and they're not going to take you. You know, unless you're not breathing and about to like die or pass out, they won't. So, what is my channel about? My channel right now, it's geared toward investing. So, I've recently embarked on my investment journey. So basically, you know, I'm talking about my journey and why it's important to invest, and basically showing like the different things that I am investing and basically what I'm learning along the way. That's what my channel is on currently. I want to branch off into different things because I feel like I have a lot to share and I have a lot of things to talk about, whether that's like motherhood or that's like lifestyle, relationships. I feel like I've been through so much in my life, so I have a lot of things that I could share. But right now, my channel, if you take a look at it, it's mainly just investing right now. So I'm investing in stocks, um, primarily right now. I just started like just a few months ago. It's exciting because now I've been seeing like a consistent amount in my dividends and they're growing. So obviously when you see money come in, that's, of course it's exciting, right? So I know a lot of people are into like crypto and like day trading and stuff like that. I'm not into that. And I don't really know much about it, to be honest. How about you? Are you investing? Mm. Why don't you guess my background? Where do you think I'm from? I'm curious. Growing up, I used to get one specific, no, I used to get a few different ethnicities, but I feel like as I'm getting older, it's like changed, and I feel like people are kind of getting more my where I'm from, but still some people are completely off. So I'm curious what you think where I'm from. You think I'm part black? Well, I guess technically. So I'm actually so Latina, yes. I'm half Dominican and Italian and Slovenian. But I'm very much Canadian. I was born and raised here, but that's just my background. Native American. Interesting. Oh my gosh, what time is it? I'm so hungry. I always do this to myself. I always eat breakfast and then I forget to I forget to eat. And then I'm starving. I had pad thai for breakfast. I don't think that was a good breakfast to have. I love pad thai. I ordered that yesterday. Actually, I have a story for yesterday. It was actually so I always have issues with food deliveries. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's my luck or what, but I always have an issue. It's like they don't listen to the instructions. They're missing items in my order. Sometimes my order's been tipped over, and like if it's soup and it spills everywhere, like people are not handling things with care. I used to do Uber and DoorDash, and I can say my service is very, very good. But so I ordered my food from the same restaurant that I normally order from, and I messaged the guy. I normally have it in the description to leave it in the back door. So I just wanted to give him a reminder because I don't know why people don't know how to read instructions, and that's your job. Like you're supposed to go to the place, pick up the food, drop it off, and read the instructions and where exactly you're supposed to be dropping off. That's your job. It's very simple. But people seem to like can't do that. So I decided to send him a message, hey, through the backyard, back door, please. Then, when they tell you that they've arrived and they submit the picture. I get the picture and I'm like, this isn't my house. This is not my backyard. I'm like, what is happening here? So I try to get a hold of this guy and to try to tell him like, hey, like wrong house. That's not my house. He's not answering. Uber, their steps to like submit information and to like complain is ridiculous. I don't like it because it didn't even have my option there to say like he didn't deliver it because he submitted the photo. So they're trying to tell me like, oh, but he delivered it. He submitted a photo, and it's like, no, wrong address. But they don't have that option. So funny enough, I actually knew exactly where this house was because I think maybe a year or two ago with DHL, I had a huge package from Shein delivered, and it went to that house. And when they delivered it incorrectly to that house, I had no idea that that was that house. I literally had to go and walk down the street and try to figure out. And it's like, I live in a basement, so I don't have a front entrance. So when they're delivering it to the back entrance, like, how am I supposed to find that? I can't walk down the street and go into everyone's backyard to try to find my package. So I was like, this is going to be hard. But I went a few houses down and I saw this house that they dropped it at. It was a side, which is like, if the directions are saying to deliver it to the backyard, why are you delivering it to the side door? Like, it didn't say side door. Like, that makes no sense. Like, you should, that should prompt you to double check, like, oh shit, am I at the right house? So then I ended up, my package wasn't there. So this is like not the Uber Eats yesterday. This is like the DHL huge package. So what happened was there was a guy that popped out of the backyard and he looked very sketchy. And I was like, hey, like, I think I got a package delivered here. Like, the photo shows that it's here. And like, he was not all there. Like, I don't know if he was on drugs or what was up. And he's just like, yeah, well, I don't know. And I'm like, okay. So then I ended up calling DHL, talked to them on the phone, and then I went back to the house, and another guy came out the front, and I said, hey, like, this is my situation. Like, I think my order got delivered here. And behind him, the window was open, so I saw literally a huge box under their coffee table. And I'm like, I actually think that that's my package. Like, do you mind going to check and seeing if that's my package? And he was kind of like, didn't want to. And then he went, and I'm like, can I see it? And it had my name, it had my address. And I'm like, why is my package sitting here? Like, I was fuming. I was so frustrated because I'm like, you have my address. Like, clearly that's not yours. And like, I live 2 houses down. You're telling me like you don't have the decency to come 2 houses down and leave my package there. And it's just sitting there. Like, what are you guys trying to do with it? So, anyways, I got upset with him. I grabbed my box and I left. So now, yesterday, when Uber decided to deliver my food to the wrong house, now I knew what house this was. So I'm like, great. Like, I don't know if these people still live there. Like, I don't know if it's other people, but I'm like, let me go fast. Since I know where it is, I ended up filing my complaint through Uber. I grabbed my shoes. I went down the street. My food was luckily still there. So I grabbed my food and I put through my request and I got a refund. So I have my food for free. So I got my refund and I got my food. So in the end of the day, it was annoying to deal with, but it turned out to be a great ending because I got free food. And it was a lot of food, so it lasted me dinner last night, and I had some breakfast. Well, I eat breakfast late, so it's technically almost lunch. I typically eat at like 11 o'clock. I'm trying to get back to intermittent fasting. Hello, Ricardo. Hey, weren't you on my live the other time? I remember you. And then I'm gonna have some left over for my daughter. She loves shrimp. So it turned out to be a great ending. Anyways. How are you, Ricardo? What's up? What's new? That looks like a messy day. Yeah, it was messy, but it ended up being great, like I said. Does anybody have plans for this weekend? I'm still contemplating what I want to do this weekend. I'm like, do I visit family 2 hours away or do I just stay at home? I don't know how to stay home. Like, that's my struggle. I struggle with that so much, but I feel like it's just so much easier to deal with my kids when we're out and about and doing things. If you were on my live from the beginning, you would have heard. So for those that weren't on from the beginning, basically I was just talking about, you know, how I've been at home for the last few days with my son because he's been sick. And yesterday we were home all day and it was a shit show. It was a disaster. Because they're little, like, you have to try to like stimulate them, try to, you know, keep them busy. But then today, you know, I went for a walk, I took him to the park, we did things, so I feel more calm and I feel better about my day. And I was able to like get things done. He's tired, he went to sleep, I got some things done. Yesterday, like I said, I was in bed by 8 o'clock, knocked out by like 8:15. Like, that never happens to me. But it's just so much easier, I feel like, when I'm out and about and doing things with them. And then I'm just like a more calmer mom. I don't know if I can talk about this on here, but I had a friend that told me to take gummies to relax. And like I don't do those things. I don't smoke, I don't drink. I don't do any of those things. It's just like if you need to relax, you need to take these things. And I'm like, I don't know. But I know there's a lot of people that take that, I don't know if maybe smoke, I guess, because all that's legal here in Canada. I don't know where all of you guys are from, if it's legal where you are, but it is here. I literally have a store right across the street from me. I've never been in because I've never been interested, but um, I know a lot of people that actually take that to like relax, and I've never really liked it. And like I've tried, like I've smoked before, but like I've never really liked it because I don't like the feeling of not feeling in control of my body. That is the main thing that I don't like. I like to have full control, and I don't know. It's just not for me. I really hope I'm not getting sick. Like I feel it in my throat, I feel it in my head because my son is sick. That's just like the annoying part of like when they're in school and when they're in daycare. It's like they're always catching things and then they bring it home and then you get sick. And I get sick very easily. I freaking hate that. I don't know what's up with my immune system, but I get sick. I get sick fairly easily and I get sick often. It doesn't last like a long time. Maybe just like a few days and then I feel better. I take a ton of Tylenol. I know it's not the best thing to be taking, but that's what works normally when I'm sick. And as soon as I'm feeling it, I take the Tylenol and I feel like it doesn't last long. So I feel like I don't want to be sick. And then it throws me off for a few days. I'm like, now it's the weekend. So nobody answered me. Nobody has plans for this weekend. Everyone's just going to be bored at home. I'm actually so surprised that here in Canada, like, we still have crazy, amazing weather. Like, it's usually cold by now. After, like, the first weekend of September, it's usually cold. I might be going to the beach tomorrow. Yo, what are you doing with Isaac? I wish I could say that I understand what you're asking, but I have no idea. Who's Isaac? And what am I doing? I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. Can you elaborate a little bit more? I have no idea who that is. Is this a person on TikTok? I literally just Googled who you're talking about. I don't know who this is. There's a male character within the freaking Zoo series. Okay. Just spoke fastly. I did not talk fastly about this guy. I don't even know who he is. Let me get on TikTok. What, does he have some good content on TikTok or what? Like, who is this guy? Isaac these nuts. Interesting, very interesting name. What does he do? Like, order food? And makes pranks? Cool. Oh my goodness. The cheeks are falling asleep. What's up? What is everybody up to on this lovely Thursday? Mm. What other YouTubers I like? You're putting me on the spot here. I don't know. I'm not good with names, so I don't know. I don't have a favorite. I don't have, honestly, I don't watch a lot of YouTube. I'm doing that more, but I don't really have someone that I'm like, okay, I need to watch your stuff every single time that it comes out. No. Sorry. I couldn't answer that question. I don't have any favorites. I know what your favorite is. What content do I like? I think my favorite has to be, well, no, not my favorite. It's just what I see a lot of, and it gets me through my day, is comedy. I don't know, I like comedy stuff. I like, relationship talks. I feel like because I can relate to that, what other stuff do I like to see? Now that I'm getting into, investing more, there's some things, I'm not even gonna lie. Some things are boring. Some things are so foreign to me that I'm like, nah, I don't know. If it's like intriguing, then yeah, I'll like it. Like if they're doing skits and stuff to like explain thing, I like stuff like that. Yeah, Johnny. I'm trying to make it fun. I feel like that way people actually get it and people understand. Welcome back. Nice to have you here. I don't know, my first video with my Johnny character. I actually think it's so fun. You know? I draw on my mustache, my little, what's that? What's that thing called? I remember back in school, I used to love drama class. I had so much fun acting. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. I used to love acting. I should have been an actor. What do you guys think? I should have been an actor in Hollywood. Actually, I don't know. I've never done that, no. Where would I do that? I have friends that tell me that I should, because it's coming to Toronto or it's coming to Canada, that I should go on like shows like Love is Blind or like The Perfect Date. My friends are like, oh, you should apply for that. And I was just like, I don't know. I don't know if I actually have the balls to put my life out there for the whole world to see. No, I don't think I can do something like that. Did Drake put Canada on the map? No, he didn't. I don't like Drake. I think he sucks. If any of you guys on here like him, good for you. But I don't like that guy. I don't like his music. Am I still your friend? Of course. Why wouldn't I be your friend? It was the weekend. None of those guys put Canada on the map. Yes. We will agree to disagree about that one. Are you guys Drake fans? Everyone says, like, are you even Canadian? Yes, I am. Very much so Canadian, even though I don't like that guy. And all that BBL stuff. What? That's crazy. How can a man do something like that? I think if, like, I don't think men should be doing such things. I don't know. Not that I don't agree. It's just that it's not my cup of tea either as a woman to be doing those things either. But, like, if you're a man, act like a man. Period. Like, end of discussion. Like, I have nothing more to say on that. The Weeknd is one of the great singers from there. Yeah, The Weeknd's okay. I don't really listen to him either. I don't even think I really listen to much English music, to be honest with you. I don't. I listen to, like, a lot of Latin music. I listen to a lot of Christian music, a lot of worship, stuff like that. Like, I'm not in tune with the culture and all that kind of stuff. Nope. I always say, like, I feel like I was born into the wrong. I was born in the wrong era. This generation was not made for me. Cuban music. I love Cuban music. I said I listen to Latin music. Cuban falls into that category. Cuban music is cool. I had a best friend growing up. Your place all about. I had a best friend growing up. She's Cuban, so that's where my love for Cuba and Cuban music and all that kind of stuff came. Never had the opportunity to meet a Cuban man, unfortunately, but everything else, yes. What am I gonna make for dinner? This is technically dinner time because by the time I cook and I eat, it's dinner. 4:30, 5 o'clock. What am I gonna make to eat? Don't you hate every day you have to think of what am I gonna eat? What am I gonna eat for breakfast? What am I gonna eat for lunch? What am I gonna eat for dinner? Like, you'll make egg. Egg and what? Just egg? How do you like your eggs? What's your favorite way of eating eggs? My favorite way is honestly, I love poached eggs. I love them. But, like, that's a restaurant type of thing. But I never really make poached eggs at home, but eggs with onion. Okay, what else? Just egg? No, rice. No. Salad. Like, what are you eating with your egg? Just egg? That's not enough. That's like a snack. How many eggs do you eat? Because if you're telling me like 2, 3 eggs, that's a snack. That's not a meal. That's not breakfast. I mean, okay, breakfast depends. I feel like if you're eating eggs, you need to have something else. Maybe like some blueberries are really good for energy. What else? I stopped eating oatmeal. I don't like the organic oatmeal because I feel like it tastes disgusting. Maybe if you add some like fruits and yogurt to it, then it tastes better. But a lot of the store-bought oatmeal has a bunch of sugar in it, and it's no bueno. Like, I'm trying to cut out sugars and that kind of stuff. I say I'm trying a lot of things, and then it just doesn't happen. I used to be so committed, and I used to be so good with like my eating habits and all that kind of stuff, and then I don't know what happened. I don't know. But if you do something once, you can always do it again. You know? Anyways, give me ideas. What am I making for dinner, guys? You're gonna cook now? Can you cook for me too? And you can send it through? Egg with potatoes. Yummy potatoes. I love potatoes. Cooking them in butter. Oh my gosh. And nice and crispy. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. I love potatoes. I can eat potatoes absolutely every day. Yes, it is. It's a very healthy carb for you. It's better than rice. Are you a rice fan, Francisco? You like rice? That's one thing that I need to cut out is rice. I feel like you can eat rice with goes with absolutely everything, but it's and the thing is I don't know how to portion my rice. I love rice so much that it's so hard just to pick just a little amount. I end up going back for more, and it's just a dangerous thing. I don't know why rice is so good. It's like the most simplest plain thing, but you can do so much with it and it tastes so good. Can you guys tell that I like to eat? I love food. Food doesn't love me, but I love it. And that's okay. We can have that love-hate relationship. I don't mind. I'm trying to find something in here. You should come to Toronto. What's in Toronto? Tell me, what should I go to Toronto for? What's over there? I'm actually from Toronto. That is my city. That is my hometown. Never go back to less just because you're too impatient to wait for better. Never settle for less, guys. Something better is always out there for you. That is 100%. Shopping? Nah. No, the shopping is good there. It's not bad, I would say. I would have to say the States is better for shopping. But the prices are better, the things are better, so much more options. If I'm gonna go shopping, I'd rather go to the States than go to Toronto. So you're not really convincing me there. There's so many good quotes right now. I feel like my feed is filled with just quotes. Like, I don't know. I feel like the algorithm can be annoying sometimes. You watch one video. I'm not even joking. It's literally one video. You share it. I don't know how it works. And then you just get a bunch of videos like that for a few days. And I'm like, I don't want this content on here. Like, why does this happen? I feel like my feed is constantly changing with certain content. And like for the longest time, my feed was very inappropriate. And I'm like, I don't want this here. Like, I don't want that. I've been to Yorkdale. I'm actually not a fan. Like I said, I grew up in Toronto, so um I'm not a fan. Actually, I'm just not a shopper, period. I don't go to the malls really to. Bye. Thanks for coming on. I am not a in-person shopper. I don't have the patience for it. I don't like to go through and pick out clothes, and I don't know. I don't have the patience to try things on. I'm just like very much, I see it online, I order it. If I don't like it, it doesn't fit me properly, boom, I send it back. Done with. It's very rare that I get something though that I don't like and it doesn't sit well with me. I normally like the things that I buy, so I don't really have to go through that, because some people think it's a hassle to buy things and then have to send it back. But I mean, if you go out every day, Shoppers Drug Mart or Canada Post, I know Shoppers Drug Mart's a Canadian thing, but it's not that difficult. Okay, I really need to cook something because I'm hungry and I definitely want to see yo hablo español. I speak Spanish. I'm not 100% fluent. I wish I was. But when my parents didn't really raise me speaking Spanish. I just grew up hearing it in like church and stuff like that. I do speak it though. Like, I can hold a conversation and everything and whatever, but to sit here and say like I know everything, no. I wish. Nobody gave me any recommendations on what I should make for dinner. What is your healthiest? Sorry, I don't know if that glitched, but I got a call and now I look like I'm frozen. I don't know if it's looking like that for you guys, but on my end, I'm frozen. How close am I to the Raptors stadium? Um, I don't live in Toronto, so I'm not close at all. I'm like 2 hours away. Even when I lived in Toronto, I wasn't that close. Maybe like 35-minute drive. I never lived downtown. Downtown Toronto is a disaster to live. I feel like when I was younger, as a teenager, or not even a teenager, like after high school and whatever, trying to, when you're trying to figure out your life and what do you want to do, I feel like I wish I had ventured a lot more, and I would have loved to live down there and explore. It's hard to live down there with a car. It's just so chaotic. Like every time I go to visit and I'm down there, I'm always stuck in traffic. No matter what time of day it is, you're always stuck in traffic down there. I was there like maybe 3 weekends ago, and the traffic was horrible. But mind you, I was dumb for leaving at the time that I did, because I was like, everyone was getting off of work and it was bad. In the summers here, it's either traffic because of like people are getting out of work, or construction. Construction's horrible in the summer here. My camera's off. I got interrupted with a phone call and I declined the phone call, and now it messed up with my camera. So I don't really know how to fix that.